Welcome back, fellow EverQuest players. This is Sarthin again with the next part in my guide and showcase for the EZServer, an emulated EverQuest server, a really awesome one, and that. We've also I'm in the process of uploading part 7 right now, so this video will be part 8 of this series. In part 7, I was covering tier 8, which is Temple of Vision. And now in this video we will cover the next tier, which will be tier 9. Let's just jump in here and get this going. Tier 9 will be in Old Commonlands, which is a really big zone with over 600 mobs in here, and there will be some differences in here compared to the previous tiers in terms of how you get your progression going. So first off, like all the previous tiers, to complete your progression here and move further up in the tiers, you need to complete your epic and get your class-specific armor for the zone. But the way you do this is quite a bit different here compared to the other tiers that you have been in already, because in this zone you will have to work on faction. As you can see in front of me here, we have these merchants, and to gain access to what these merchants have to sell, you have to kill the mobs around in the zone here, and the more you kill, the higher your faction will go, all the way up to amiably, warmly. At which point you can get access to all the patterns in here that you need to make your tier 9 armor. So we have all the 4 different. We have the leather, cloth, chain, and the plate patterns from these 4 vendors, and you don't need warmly to get access to these merchants, but you definitely need warmly to get access to all the patterns that they have. So basically what you need to do in here is you need to go around, have fun, kill stuff, and make sure that all your characters are getting the faction hits. And there are a few ways you can do that, because you may not use all your characters to fight with, so some of them may end up not getting the faction. So basically there are a few tricks you can use to make sure that your characters are gaining faction. This is my tank, and when he's doing a lot of the work, and the other characters could cast spells on him to get involved in the fight and make sure they get a faction hit. So you could go to the plane of fear, kill Kha'Zix Tool, and get the amulet, which you can cast on others. You also may have the shoulder items. I think the back slot here from Temple of Vision and previous tiers, where you can cast the illusion Ixar. Or was it the arms? I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but you can check that out yourself. You can, cast illusions on others, and that will count as you entering combat and getting the faction hit you need. Also, you can just use all your tunes and attack the mobs. Make sure they, use their melee attacks or cast spells, and you'll get faction that way as well. So building up your faction, killing the mobs in the zone, you will then get access to these merchants' merchandise, and you can buy the patterns which you need to upgrade your armor. Also, we have an NPC over here called the Shady Swashbuckler. And this NPC is quite important as well, because some of the bosses in here, named spawns in here, they will drop items that you can turn into this guy for faction. So we've had some issues in the past with all the characters in the raid would not get a faction when you did this, but this has since been fixed, so it should be working properly now. So make sure that you read up on the week as well on the items you need here that you can turn in for faction. We also have the Epic vendor, and in this zone, when you how you go about to get your completed Epic 8 book, 9 book, here is to kill stuff really. So let's take a look at the zone. It's nighttime currently. We have there are a few automated events that's happening in the zone. It is a really large zone, as you can see here, and yeah, it's very boxing friendly. So running around in here with a lot of tunes will not be too tricky. You can also use levitate, as I'm doing now. And as we can see here, this zone is really large and has a lot of mobs. So how you go about when you want to farm for your epic books is by killing the mobs in here. And at some point, when you killed a lot of mobs, you will spawn the hill giants. And behold, here is one. They have specific spots where they will spawn. And when they spawn, they will give a shout. So I'm using an old version of my EverQuest right now, so I don't have all my new audio triggers in here, but I have some of the old ones, and I do have the Hill Giant audio trigger.
A hill giant has spawned.
Yeah, it was one of the first MP3 files I made and converted it to WAV files to make these, audio triggers. This one is really lame. I think you could have, you could find some much better ones. If you're not familiar with audio triggers, I did make a video about it, so explaining how you make these audio triggers, so you can check that out as well. That is a different series called the EZServer part 1, 2, and so on. So you may check that video out if you want to learn more about the audio triggers. You may also use the MQ2 HUD ini file to add Hill Giant to the HUD here. I used to have it on, but I removed it since because I'm not usually in the zone anymore. But you can add the hill giant spawns here if you want to. It's I can help you with that through Discord as well if you're not sure how you do that. I plan on making a video in the EZServer series later on where I explain this. But if you're in need right now, you can just hit me up on Discord and I'll be able to help you out. Killing the hill giant here. Let's just kill this hill giant. I'll do the quick one here where you can actually death touch him to get him down a bit faster. So there we have him. So once you've killed the hill giant, he'll drop a few different items. So let's see here. Come on, I just wanted to make this window a bit larger. So he'll drop some chests that you can just sell to the vendor for money. He'll drop some accessories or weapons. You can check out his loot table on the wiki. The Stone of Heroic Resistances, which is very useful to socket into your armor to increase your resistances. And as you can see here, he always drops an essence of the Old Commons, which is used for several things that I've covered already in previous videos. And also, if you remember back to the Shady Swashbuckler, the NPC that I showed you, that this Hill Giant Eye is one of those items that you need to loot. It's lore and no trade. So these are some of the items that you can turn in for getting a faction hit. So keep that in mind. Also, whenever you kill these hill giants, given some time, I think it takes like a minute or so. It can be a bit. It seems to be a bit random at least, but moving over here to this area here, after killing the hill giant, there will spawn a sunken chest down here. This lake is full of some piranhas, so you know, be careful when you jump down in here. I think you can do the target sunken. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so you can see here the sunken chest. Let me just move up my map here to the current zone. So as you can see down in the middle of the lake here, we have a sunken chest. So you basically want to go down here, kill the piranhas, and you know, here's the chest. This chest spawns because you've killed the hill giant, and you have to kill, or you can just target and open this one, I think, actually. Looting it, you'll find another essence of Old Commons. So keep that in mind. It can sometimes be a bit buggy, this chest, or at least it used to be anyway. Oh, I'm actually almost dying here. That's no good. I don't have my mitigation buffs on. So these piranhas are actually, you know, in the process of killing me. So let me just buff up a little bit here so I don't mess up this video. So yeah, that is the hill giants. Killing the, you know, the different, you know, creatures and mobs, animals in the zone will eventually spawn the hill giant. He will give a shout, letting you know with some taunting words that, you know, I'm here now if you dare to come and, you know, try and kill me. So basically that is it for the armor. You just go around, you kill all these creatures in the zone, and for faction, and at some point when you've been here for quite some time, you'll have enough faction to buy all the armor that you need. And also by then you would have also hopefully spawned enough hill giants to you know, complete your character's epics, which is needed to get to the tier 10. But there are a few other things that can be useful to know about the zone, and the timing could not have been better, because now, as you can see here, there's a shout. Deathly wail sounds from the gates of Befallen. Ooh. And as you can see here, down there we have the gates of Befallen, and this is one of the triggered events that will take place during a specific time of the day. And all these ghouls and skeletons will, you know, run over and try to kill the entrance of the zone. So basically, when you hear that shout, you should, you know, try to kill all these. It can be a bit tricky to get them all, so I suggest maybe get to the near the entrance of the zone where we started, and you know, find a place where you can gather all these if you're ready for it with your group, and make sure you kill every one of them. If you don't do that, they will start fighting with the NPCs in the zone, and they might even kill them. So yeah, I think once a day this event will occur. So well, it was impeccable timing on my end. It was not really planned, but you know, we got to see the event live in action here. And when you you know, kill all these, I think if I remember correct, you will then be able to I think the hill giant, you may have a chance to spawn another hill giant. Here's another ghoul. Are you part of the I don't think he was. So you may want to have a look at close to the zone in when this event occurs, to see if any of the ghouls or skeletons has run past you and are on their way down here. So I think basically you need to kill all these, and you will have the hill giants will have possibility of spawning. And also, let me just double check that really, because I could be saying something wrong. Let's see here. We have a lot of information here. So some of it may mention this. Let's see. Yeah. So here it says at 11 p.m. Undeads will swarm out. yeah. So I'm not, to be perfectly honest, I was a bit unsure if they were actually, let me just check this one. Yeah, that is what I thought. I was a bit unsure if, you know, in the event that we just saw, if killing all these ghouls and skeletons will result in a hill giant spawn or this one, but it will actually result in spawning the Black Priest of Reanimation. So yeah, as it says here. So glad I just got that corrected. So keep that in mind at 11 p.m. Like we just had the event in here. When the skeletons from and ghouls from Befallen will spawn. After killing them, they will spawn the priest of reanimation, Black Priest of Reanimation. We can see him over here. Maybe we can just go over there and pay him a visit. I'm just gonna do target black. Oh, black bear. Reani. Okay, there we have him. I'm just gonna do a stick 3, just to get the correct. Okay, so over there we can see that the Black Priest of Reanimation has spawned. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't think I will, I was not planning on, you know, killing him right now. But you can see, you got to see at least how the event works, and then you know, if you, as long as you know it's around 11 p.m., you can plan for it, and you can make sure that you're set up so that you can, you know, kill the ghouls and the skeletons, and then getting this Black Priest to spawn, you can kill him as well, and he'll drop some loot that you can check out on the wiki. I think there's some spells and stuff as well. So, but you can basically just, you know, check that out when you hit up the wiki page and read on this zone. Another item that is needed. Another item that is needed for creating different types of armor and weapons on the server is some of these light stones. So superior light stones is needed for creating some of the, like, the ultimate weapons and Shield of the Ages and stuff. So in here you have a chance to you know, farm some of these items that you need to make some super nice items. So killing the wisps in here, you have a chance to spawn a name called the Ancient Will-O-Wisp, and I have one here, and we can just kill him quickly.
The ancient will-o-wisp has spawned.
Okay, that is
The ancient will-o-wisp has spawned.
so that is an old audio trigger. I could have done so much better with that one, but you know, I'm not in here anymore, and it's just, you know, to let me know when I kill a lot of mobs that the whisper spawn. So yeah, you may want to make another text-to-speech sound file for that one. It sounded really awful. But anyways, when you kill the wisps in here, you have a chance to spawn the Ancient Will-O-Wisp. So let's move over here and see what he has.
The ancient will-o-wisp has
Oh,
spawned.
be quiet, please. I cannot do that anymore. Let me just remove that right now. So as you can see here, he has a lot of these superior light stones, which you will need for different items in on the server. So make sure you loot these as well. These are tradable, so you don't need to choose a specific you know, character to loot all these. But make sure you do, and you can also loot the greater light stones, which will drop off the other wisps as well, and you can combine them all in to make the superior light stones, just so you know that as well. So moving on, we have I think we have one more name that can spawn here, the High Executioner Zerka. So let's take a quick look at her as well. She will drop some weapons for you. She is a rare spawn, so there is a chance to spawn her by killing the you know, these guys here. the obliteration NPCs in the zone. And she will spawn up here somewhere. She's up now, actually, currently. Yeah, as you can see here, there we have her. And she will, I think maybe she will run around a bit and create some havoc in the zone as well. So there's that. But this zone mainly consists of killing all the mobs in here, so it's kind of like back to the old Commonlands, and just, you know, run around, get as many mobs as you can handle, and kill them as rapidly as you can. And at some point you will spawn the hill giants, which will drop the epic pieces and the faction items and some essences. And also let you know, the longer you're in here, there will spawn some chests around here. Mostly they will spawn in and around these huts, I think, if I remember correctly. Some of them are inside these huts, and you can target them and open them, and they may drop some spells or accessory items like rings and necklaces and stuff. So make sure that you sometimes target the chests and, you know, try to see if they are up. In which case you should try to loot them. So yeah, I think that is it. I'm just gonna check the wiki one more time, just really quick, just to see if there is anything important that well, you get some tips here of where you could set up your camp north by the lake that I showed earlier. You know, where the sunken chest is. That is a decent place to, you know, set up a camp and start farming. Also, of course, when you make these, when you work on your faction, to get your tier 9 armor, you will have to, you know, combine them. When you buy, I mean, when you, let me just do this properly. Let me just get back to the zone in here. When you go to the merchants here, when you have high enough faction to buy the patterns in here, when you buy the patterns, you will also have to combine them with some of the items that drops off the mobs in here. So we have the recipes here. So for the plate users, you need to loot the high quality metal sheets, 5 of them, combine it with shadow blood and large fire beetle carapace to make the plate chest. So you need these items along with a pattern, of course, for the chest to combine and create the plate chest in your magic box. So make sure that you read up on this and keep this up when you create your armor. There are different patterns for the plate, chain, leather, and the cloth. So there are different types of materials you need to farm. So basically, whenever you kill the mobs in the zone, just make sure you always loot all the the loot that they have, and gather them up so that you have, and you can also make sure that, you know, if you some of these items are no drop, so make sure that, I think the shadow blood is one example of items that drops off the mobs here that are no drop. So make sure that you loot them on the class that actually needs the shadow blood to you know, create your tier 9 armor set. So yeah, just you know, read up on this and make a plan for which character will loot what, and as soon as you have your faction high enough and you have gathered all the ingredients, you will be able to combine them in the magic box to create the armor. So once you have your armor complete on your characters and you have killed enough hill giants to get all your epic augments, you will be able to go to the next zone, which will be in another video, definitely, because that is a large zone with tons of content, tons of variation, and it'll probably take me a long time to give a guide through that zone. So next up is tier 10, Sunrock Springs. So thank you for watching, and as always, you can hit us up on Discord if you have any questions or want to chat, and if anything is unclear in the videos or in the wiki, you can always ask questions in game. There are a lot of, you know, knowledgeable people in game that is willing to help. So so yeah. Have a good day and stay safe.